So hello and welcome to another episode of Old Bloke Gaming. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit of fun. I'm going to be chatting with one of my subscribers and a friend in the game. Your girl is nice. Hopefully we'll hear why the name. Your girl is nice. Are you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm here. How you guys doing?
Good, 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 good. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for agreeing to get together and do a collaboration video. Um, so Your Girl is Nice has his own channel, EntropiaUniverseGaming. I'm just showing it on the screen now. I actually mentioned it in the Christmas video that I've just done. Because I did actually look at the video on his channel to get an idea as to what to do. He's also putting up a series of Ranger videos, which you must watch if you're going to be spending any time on Cyrene and you want to build the armor. You definitely want to be watching those videos and plugging into the community on Cyrene. So yeah, um, your girl is nice. What should I actually call you? Is there anything shorter? Just your girl,
Yeah,
or
you could say, yeah, your girl is cool. Your girl is cool.
okay. So I guess first question from my side is tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been playing? Are you free to play? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'll start with kind of where I'm living right now. So I'm actually located in Cambodia currently. I'm actually
Wow,
teaching English here.
cool.
Um, so I've been here for over half a year now. It's getting closer to a year every day. But little, short thing about me, I've always been into MMORPGs, right?
Okay.
And whether that was, World of Warcraft or RuneScape or whatever else, and never had I ever heard of a game where it was, linked like an MMORPG that was linked to real currency. So I was playing another MMORPG that I had been playing for a long time since it actually came out originally. It's called Albion Online, and
Okay.
I
Yeah,
have a lot of. Yeah, have you heard of it?
I have. Yeah, I've never played it, but
Yeah,
I know of it. Yeah.
yeah, it's a cool game. I've been playing it since like the early days, like before it even officially released. But anyways, I have a lot of, in-game currency, like a ton of like billions of silver in the game, right?
Yeah.
And it costs a lot of money to get that silver, but then once you have it, it's in the game forever.
Yeah.
You can't do anything with it. And they even have an option for you to buy gold and silver through their marketplace, but then you can never sell it. And then
Yeah.
it's stuck in the game forever. So you buy, 20 million silver for $100, or 40 million silver for $100, and then that $100 is never coming out of the game. So I was brainstorming. I was like, are there any games that have a link to real world currency? And I looked it up, and I luckily stumbled upon Entropia Universe. And I did a bunch of research into it, and then I decided, why not try it out? It's free. So I did, hopped on, and I was very pleasantly surprised, actually. Like, very. The graphics are pretty decent. Even I'm running on low settings, and
Mm-hmm.
I find, the graphics pretty decent. Um, and then that's a good turn on. And then even though this is one of the most grindy games I've ever played in my life, um, it's still like a lot of fun because the fact of you can do whatever you want. You know, there's so
Yeah.
much to do, there's so much to learn, and knowledge is everything in this game.
Yeah.
So I started playing about 2.5 months ago now. Actually,
That's
almost exactly
really
2.5 months.
short. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I started October 14th. Um, so, I mean, obviously, if you see some of my videos, you see I have some strongbox video openings, things like that. So obviously, I have put a bit of money into the game, but I have also brought in real life friend to the game who hasn't really put anything other than just getting the frontier
Yeah.
pack, right?
Yeah.
So you know, I've been completely seeing the both sides of the spectrum, right? Completely, almost completely free to play player, and what you know they're able to do, and then for me, you know, as I have put a decent amount of money into the game in the
Hmm.
first 2.5 months that I've been in. You know, me being a paid to play uh, player, you know,
Yeah.
so obviously there's a huge difference because
Yes.
when you are free to play, you have to conserve everything, and every single peck, you know, matters. Whereas when you're pay to play, it's a bit different. You can, you know, be a little bit more risky, a little bit more gambly, you know, and do things a little differently. So just a little bit about how I got into the game and why I kind of stuck around. Yeah, it's just like so much to enjoy, and like also that aspect really of like I am a bit of a gambler, you
Hmm.
know. I do like to gamble occasionally, so like that aspect of like you can win, you
Yeah.
know, you can
Yeah.
hit huge, you know, that whole kind of mindset is like another thing that I like, you know. I mean, obviously you can lose huge too, but that's with anything, you know, right? So
Yeah.
um yeah, that's pretty much my main reasons for why I've kind of stuck around. But my biggest reason why I enjoy Entropia Universe so much
Mm.
is because of the community.
Yeah.
Since day one of being in Entropia Universe, since day one, I have found the most helpful people everywhere that I've gone.
Yeah.
I think it was my second day. My second day, I found a mentor. That was actually the least helpful person that I found in this game. My mentor didn't really do anything for me at all.
Okay.
Literally, like we went on one 5 minute team hunt, and that was to get that checked off pretty much. But other
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
that, he was offline for most of the mentorship, which really only took me about a week and a half to complete, which is
Wow. Yeah.
insanely quick.
It is insanely quick.
Um,
It took me about a month and a half, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I really pushed it. I was hunting like 16 hours a day, to be honest.
Oh,
I was
okay.
going crazy. Yeah, I was going crazy.
Okay.
But other than, you know, my, you know, POS mentor, um I've met really, really generous and helpful people in my journey so far. I think it was maybe my third day playing. I met this guy who I actually interviewed on one of my videos on my page. He's been
Okay.
playing the game for about 22 years or so.
Yeah.
He's been playing the game every single day for 22 years.
Yeah.
Every single day, maybe 1 or 2 days missed, but for the most part, every single day, you don't talk like any game that you play that's been out for 15, 20 years, there's nobody that plays every day, you know? Like that is like a very rare occurrence, like in any game genre. Anyways, he ended up gifting me my first spaceship and a space thruster, like just out of
Nice.
nowhere,
Yeah.
like kindness, you know? And then like I went on a random hunt and I was like super low leveled and they were killing
Yeah.
like mobs that were like level 150 where it hit me, I'm one shot instantly, you know,
Yeah.
dead. Okay. And the group that I randomly joined, they hit a global and I was like, hey, do I get a piece of the global? And the guy just trades me like 20 pet of what he just looted, you know? I mean, even though it's only 20 pet at
Yeah.
$2, you know, it's
But
still like
to a new player that's just getting started, that's yeah, it's massive. It's
exactly,
huge. Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, that's why I am here, and that's why I plan on staying here.
Cool.
And yeah.
So what inspired you to actually start the YouTube channel then?
So really, I got the Cyrene a few weeks after I started playing.
Hmm.
Okay, and
Did you start on Kali,
basically,
and you started on Kali, went through Setesh, that usual route?
yeah. So when I started, I luckily got here like maybe a month after they did the whole Satesh update.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
So my character started on Satesh. I did that whole, kind of line. And then I think a day after I got off Satesh and got to Cali, the set P1 civilian sidearm that you get.
Yeah, they did
I
the
didn't
upgrade.
know that it was such a good gun to keep,
Ah.
and I trashed it.
No.
I trashed it, not
Okay.
knowing. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, luckily, about a month and a week later, they did drop the release for the adjusted edition of the gun,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I instantly went and got it, and I'm so glad that I did.
Oh,
I'm
that's
so glad that they
right.
dropped it,
Because
you
you can
know,
actually get the upgraded version and it's a separate
without
gun. Yes.
without turning in the original. Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
wow. Yeah,
So
yeah. Okay.
that was really good of them to not require the original, because if they did, I would be SOL, you know? Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a big one. Okay, so why did you decide to come to Cyrene, and what brought you to Cyrene, and why did you stay on Cyrene and not Cali?
yeah, great questions. So basically, I was talking to some people that I had met and I had become friends with, and they had given me some suggestions. I had found myself a friendly group of people that had a mothership,
Mm,
and I basically went on that mothership and was getting my vehicle structural engineer skill up to level 10 to unlock the BP comprehension skill,
yeah.
which is very important if you want to start crafting. Just saying.
Yeah.
Anyways, when I was doing that on the mothership,
Mm,
I was talking to a lot of people on the way. I explored Arcadia. I explored Rocktropia. I still haven't been to the other planets other than Eris and Satesh.
mm.
But yeah, so I don't know how exactly I got to Cyrene or like started on Cyrene, but I do know exactly why I'm still here.
Okay.
Um, so first of all, I think that anyone that's a new player, yeah, like Satesh is a great place for new players now that they like did this whole, update since September and like made Satesh, and like it's a great starting zone for like brand new players. But
Yeah.
once you get off Satesh and you get to Cali, right?
Yeah.
Cali's a great planet, and I honestly do believe that Cali is the best planet because of it being Mindark's like gem, you
Yeah.
know? So they put all of their effort into making Calypso the best planet, you know?
Yeah.
So, but my whole thought process is that like Cyrene, I wish honestly, like after getting off Satesh, I could have just gone right to Cyrene. Like, because first of all, like there is there's so much to do on Calypso, but there's also so much to do on Cyrene.
Okay.
And it's really good for newer players too. Okay? So like yeah, you have your your daily hunting missions and all your daily missions on Calypso, like that kind of thing, right? And then all your AI missions, right?
Mm.
But that's only like a handful. Like we're
Yeah.
talking like 8%, right? Cyrene has so many more daily missions. Like
Mm.
it's not even comparable, like at all.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
so just like the missions that you can do for skill gain or for arc badges, which is like the currency for the Cyrene armor, right?
Yeah.
Or it's actually the currency used in a lot of things on Cyrene, other than the Cyrene mission tokens. But just doing these missions every day, the community here, and that's kind of what has kept me on Cyrene. I love, the mobs here. They're really cool. I love the people that are here. And to answer your question about like what made me start wanting to make a YouTube channel, so when I did get to Cyrene, and you obviously have SyreneDream.org for
Mm-hmm.
all information Cyrene, and it's a
Yep.
wonderful website. It has helped me tremendously.
Yep.
But some people don't just want to like go on a website
Yeah.
and um and read the content. They want to go on YouTube and watch the content,
Yep.
so um I looked up on YouTube like Planet Cyrene videos, and I couldn't find anything,
Yeah.
at least anything recent.
Yeah.
One of the
I actually
only
hadn't
videos
even
that I
I hadn't even
saw.
come here at that point, so I hadn't even made my first one from here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I remember one of the first videos that I saw of someone recently making a video on Cyrene is you coming here and talking about the Hunter Jameson's Paleon mission, killing
Yeah.
18
Yeah.
with the trade terminal weapon, you
Yeah.
know? And I'm just thinking like this is so untapped.
Yeah.
Like this has so much potential, and Cyrene's such a great planet. Like why don't more people want to be here,
Yeah. I mean, I
you know?
feel it's interesting because I've spent
Hold on.
more
Sorry to
time.
interrupt.
Yeah. Sure.
Sorry to sorry to interrupt. Desert's up. Let's go kill Desert.
Okay. Let me. I'll hit
You can
T.
hop in.
Oh, can I?
Uh,
Okay. I was just
yeah.
gonna hit T.
Request. You can request.
Did that work?
I didn't get anything.
A
I
request
still didn't
guest
get anything.
status. There you go.
There we go. Got it. And there you go. You're good to enter.
Sweet. I didn't even see that was
Um,
up.
yeah, I always
Yeah.
tend to keep up the siren
Yeah, me
range
too. Me
chat.
too.
But
I was just listening to you, so I was just not really paying attention. So,
uh,
no, yeah.
but
So
keep
I was
going
going to
with
say,
what you were saying.
no, I was going
Yeah.
to say, I've spent most of my time on Toulon and Next Island. So one thing that if I look at my, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say regrets, but if I looked back and did things differently, I would have actually stayed here and done the armor. What I did end up doing was going to Next Island, spending about 6 months on Next Island building a set of incision plates. I've come to the wrong place. What a muppet. Yeah,
It's
built.
four.
So I built a set of plates because, yeah, I had nobody really guiding me or giving me advice. So I just basically did what I did. And I built a set of incision plates. Now, I assume they help me. Oh, you fly in there. I'm gonna run. Yeah, so I
Oh,
assume they
sorry.
help me. I
I
mean,
didn't even see it.
I've got like
Where,
20 block skill
wait,
on
where are
my.
you? I don't even see it.
I'm running. It's okay. Yeah.
You have 20 what?
I have 20 block on my incision plates, so that means like 1 in 5 get either deflected, or if it would do more damage than the deflection would do, then I actually take less damage than I would take normally. That's how I understand the plates work, or the block works on plates, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of what makes this game like unappealing to some people that I've talked to, honestly, is that it's so confusing and there's so
Yes.
much to learn, you know? So
And
even if
there's
you
no
think you
clear
know,
there is actually no clear answer. So you're right.
exactly, that's what I was about to say.
Even if
Even
you
if you
think you
think you
know,
know,
you don't actually
it,
know.
exactly, exactly. So that's a huge turnoff, especially in like, MMORPGs. People want to know what they're doing or what they're, grinding towards, And if you don't know all of that, then like what are we doing here kind of thing,
Yeah, I mean, yes, yes, definitely. But in a game like this, where it is tied to like a real cash economy, if everything was really set in stone, there would be an absolute right and wrong answer. But the way I see this game is it really is similar to the old school MMOs. And you started off by saying you did a lot of the MMOs from the old days, like RuneScape. I think Albion Online is kind of similar. My first one was Ultima Online, and that was 100%
I do
sandbox.
remember watching one of your videos talking about that. I think that
Yeah,
was in your foul video.
yeah. So
Young
that to me was, and but that one was interesting because in those days, because it was in the super early days of MMORPGs, what I was able to do was I was able to grind gold, um, buy properties because you bought properties in Ultima Online, and then you could sell those properties on external websites for real money.
so that was your way of making money
You
from a
could
game
you
that
could
doesn't
take it out. Yes, you could
necessarily
take it
have
out. I mean, you could also sell for gold in game, but and you could. There were ways to buy and sell gold, and there always were in WoW as well. You just,
But yes, yes, but they were against the rules and you would be
yeah,
banned if
yeah,
they
you'd be
caught you.
running the risk. Yeah, yeah,
And if you're trading a lot of currency in game, those transactions are tracked and you can easily, especially like in the days of like WoW Gold being like big, like
yeah,
on secondary markets, if you were trading like $1,000 of gold worth of stuff, it was likely that you would get banned because they would
yeah,
catch
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. But anyway, so I mean,
So
Ultima was like years before Warcraft, right? So I mean, it was really
when did
the good
when
old
did
days.
Ultima come out?
Oh, I
When did
mean,
Ultima come out?
I was playing Ultima turn of the century. I was playing Ultima
Well,
1999 to
WoW came out
2000.
WoW came out in 2002, 2003, no? So just a couple
Yeah,
years later.
yeah, yeah. So it was, but I think, Ultima was just one of the first ones that, and they didn't really lock down on all that stuff, so it was kind of fun. It was a good old days. But even the
Um,
WoW that you see now and the WoW that people play now is not the WoW that we grew up on.
oh, no, no, not at all. I mean, the classic is as close
Yeah,
to the WoW that we grew up on, but it's still not the same because the technology now, it's just like
yeah,
everything in the world is different, and playing classic WoW back in the day when it was just WoW,
yeah.
you know, is a different experience than playing classic WoW now.
Well, it's like if you didn't know what to do, you actually had to talk to somebody. You couldn't just Google it on or YouTube it.
Right,
I mean,
right.
that
Yeah.
was the other thing is, those games were social, and that's one of the reasons why I've stuck with this game is it's just a very social game. I enjoy
Yeah,
talking to people in the game,
for
and
sure.
that's one of the things that kept me. I mean, I
Yeah,
remember
honestly,
my
that
first
is
day
like
coming
it's
in, and I was lucky. I had a really nice mentor who spent a lot of time talking to me and working with me, and that's the way I try to do my mentoring. I try and spend time with people, and but a lot of people don't stick at it, right? Because it's a very grindy game, and I give it
yeah.
realism. I don't sugarcoat it when people join.
Yeah, I mean, you can't though, because they're gonna find out either way,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
if you're just honest with them up front and they're okay with that, and then robot just pop, you might need that. I already have.
No, I do. I need it. I don't have any of them today. Okay, let me come back. Yep.
Um, but but yeah, like you were saying, this is by far the most grindy game I've ever played in my whole life. Like
Yeah.
nothing is even comparable, like even closely comparable. Um, but it's not just about that, like you were just
Yeah.
saying. Like it's about the community and like this game, yes, obviously in anything you're gonna have shitty people, you know.
Yeah.
But this game, for the most part, everyone that I meet is super nice, always helpful, and like, um, always willing to answer a question, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I mean,
so
even Boxer, who we all curse his name, he's still incredibly polite and funny when you
right,
actually get
the
pirated by
space
him.
pirate, the space pirate, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
everybody's heard of him. Yeah, I've
everybody's heard
never
of
been
him.
killed by him, luckily, but I don't carry, loot in space either way. But
He caught me
yeah,
once with
never.
loot.
Oh, wow. I actually watched this video a couple of weeks ago that he caught somebody with like 10K ped of loot
Oh
or
my
more.
word.
And the dude who got caught by him posted the video. But the thing is, he did it in a way where when his spaceship got blown up, he went in space and kept healing himself until he died by space. So Boxer wasn't able to get any of his loot.
Oh, that's interesting.
So he was like healing himself for like 300 ticks per heal. Like he was like, I mean, he's carrying around 10K ped of loot, It's not like a newer player.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
he knows what he's doing, But I guess there is a way if you do get shot down in space, pirated, if you do have the gear, you can at least
Heal
try
yourself. Okay.
to
Heal through the
try
space,
no
the weapon damage.
not you're not going to survive. You're going to die and lose your stuff. But at least the person that's killing you isn't going to get your stuff. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing.
yeah. I mean, you can also log off, but they'll sit and wait for you.
Really? You
Yeah,
can log off?
you can cold log off. Yes.
So if you log off and you're getting killed by a pirate, right?
Yeah,
And you log off and you don't come back for 3 days to make sure he's gone or
yeah,
whatever, right?
yeah. My
When you come
understanding.
back
Yeah, my
and
understanding
you
is you come
die
back and
from
you're
space,
fine. Yeah.
you come back and die from space, you don't lose your loot.
No, no, you
Have you
don't.
tried that?
Um, I was shot and I logged off, and I left it about I left it about 3 or 4 hours. Logged back on, and he shot me.
He was still there
He
waiting,
was
yeah.
still there waiting, so he had a lot of patience.
You gotta wait a long time to log back in for sure
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're gonna do it that way.
yeah, yeah.
But I mean, that's still speculation because I
It's still
haven't seen it
speculation,
myself
yeah.
and you haven't done it yourself. Yeah.
No,
So,
it's
uh,
still speculation, but there was a reason he was still sat there.
yeah. Yeah. Wait, so how much loot did he get off of you
It wasn't a lot, but it was a lot to me. It was like 100 ped or something.
at the time? Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
I was just moving stuff. I was trying to move something back from Toulon to Cali because, yeah, I mean, there's no market on
Yeah.
Toulon.
Just
Same
like
as,
another thing that can bring us into kind of our
yeah,
goals for a little bit about our goals, right?
yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so some goals I have for 2026. Happy New Year's, everybody, by the way. some goals I do have is to stay on Cyrene, obviously, and to work on my Cyrene armor
Yeah.
that you get from the arc badges, right? So I want to get to at least the second stage of armor. I just crafted my first piece of the first stage, and you have to craft all 7 pieces of each stage.
Yeah.
But I think that's a obtainable goal to get to um, to get to the full second stage of armor by the end of 2026. Other than that, I do also want to become uh, the trader on Cyrene because there are none here. Like
Mm.
if you want to
Yeah.
sell animal muscle oil, animal oil residue,
Yeah.
things that are, sell for 101%, 102%, 103%, you can't find anyone to buy this stuff.
Yeah.
So if there's a trader just like there is on Calypso that will buy it for obviously less than normal markup but a little bit over TT, you'd be happy to sell it to them because you're
Yeah.
making more than what you would if you just TT'd it, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's another one of my goals, but in order to do that I do need a lot of starting capital.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about 2,500 to 4,000 ped starting capital. And once I get to that number, then I will start becoming the trader on Cyrene.
Yeah, I mean, what you might want to, one of the things that I was thinking about on that is, maybe talking to some of the traders on Cali and then doing a run, you know, paying for a warp once every, month or something like that to
I
take a
don't
load
even think
back.
I need to do that.
You
I
don't?
think I
Okay.
know enough motherships that I can just hop on a
Oh,
mothership
yeah, okay,
and get
yeah, yeah.
a free ride instead of even having to pay for a warp.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I just, yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, yeah, there's a lot of good people out there who have the motherships. I know, Dizzy is pretty good,
Yep.
and
Dizzy, that's where I actually did my got my level
that's where
10
you got your
to
level. Yeah, I got mine on Granny Rowan's, but I've been on Dizzy's a few times, and I've also the guild, sorry, the society that I'm in has its own ship as well. So if I ask nicely and maybe pay a little bit, I'm sure they'll help as well. So
yeah.
yeah, okay. So that's a couple of the key goals for the year then. So I mean,
How about you?
what are the top kind of like three things that you do on a daily basis or that you really enjoy on Cyrene as, activities? What are the first three things that you look
Yeah.
forward to when you log in your day?
Yeah. So it might not be the funnest thing,
Hmm.
but it's definitely the most lucrative thing, which is the Rangers, the
Yeah.
Cyrene Rangers. As soon as I log in, if any Rangers up, I go and try to get my daily done by killing it because obviously your cooldown every time you kill it is for 24 hours, but the Rangers do spawn every 4 to 6 hours. So
Yeah.
that's one of the first things that I try to do when I log in. It can be fun sometimes, grouping up. You get a whole squad at the Ranger. It's pretty cool. Other than that, I do a ton of daily missions on Cyrene. I actually enjoy some of the hunting
Hmm.
missions that they have on Cyrene. And then also like, doing combos of missions where if you're killing something and you get, marks for a quest for both quests at the same time, killing one thing,
Yeah.
doing that. And then also like with the Painleons, like the higher maturity Painleons,
Yeah.
there's so many quests for Painleons around, and then you can go out hunting like the higher maturity Painleons and have the chance to get the Painleon Pristine Element, which is
Yeah.
used to make the first set of armor pieces
Yeah.
for the faction armor. So those are some of the things that I enjoy doing. I also like the crafting side of things on Cyrene as well. They have their own books, their own blueprint books, and their own blueprints and all of that kind of thing. So I've really enjoyed delving into getting started with crafting on Cyrene too. And I enjoy that.
Cool. Did you did you come back to the tree dragons? Where did you go?
I did. I am currently at the teleporter, stocking up on ammo, and then I'm coming back out there.
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, I just went back and couldn't see you, so I just realized I was using the wrong gun. Oops. Um, yeah, sometimes happens, right? I'm sure I
Happens a
wasted
lot.
some. I'm sure I wasted some ped there, but thankfully it was almost out because I was using it earlier for Panians. Funnily enough, I was farming them myself. Yeah, I mean that's so I hit a pristine about 3 days ago. I was really happy when that happened because that's like
Yeah, I was
200
given I was
200 ped saving right there.
I was given a free Panleon Pristine element 2 days ago.
Nice, nice.
So it's all about the people you meet, right? Like
It is,
you
yeah.
can meet like a super kind person that just um takes to you and really likes talking to you, and then just starts doing really nice stuff for you.
Yeah,
Out of nowhere, right? Like they'll
yeah,
invite you on a hunt, and then like it's like a Uber sometimes. Uber will invite you on a hunt just to help you out, and then if they get something that they don't need, even though it's expensive, they'll give it to you.
I
Like
know.
I didn't even have to. He literally said, "Here, come here. I got this, and I don't need it." And he traded it to me. And when he put it in the trade window, I was like, "What?" I was like, I was so confused. And then he pressed accept right away, and I accepted. I was like, "Dude, thank you so much."
Yeah.
5 minutes later, he went back hunting. 5 minutes after that, he came back. He went up to trade me again. Trades me a set of he trades me the Roy Volger arm guards, the
Okay.
female ones, with the full TT value of 60 ped. Um, I'm not a female character, but that's wonderful. That's a wonderful
Yeah,
gift.
nice. Yes, it's awesome, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's about the community. That's the main thing for me in Entropia.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think that's really one of the key things that keeps me going, and that's one of the things that I've really enjoyed about doing the YouTube channel, is meeting people from the YouTube channel, talking to them in game, creating friendships, and that to me is the part of gaming that I lost during my time playing WoW. And what I mean there is the game of the way. So WoW was my main MMO for quite a long time, and just the way that WoW evolved, and because my
I played for
life.
over 10 years.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
played for over 10 years as well.
And I played. At one point I played in a pretty high level, raiding guild and everything else, where you're dedicating 2 or 3 days to raiding and 2 or 3 days to prepping for raiding, right? And but when I had the family and everything else, I kind of had to drop from the really hardcore raiding, and it was at the time that it was just starting to be easy, and then you could start doing the looking for group, and you just stopped having to talk to people. You stopped having to be part of something to actually play the game. And it all
They
happened
took
at the
out
same
that
time, and it
social
just
aspect.
took me out. It really took me out of the
Yeah,
game completely.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because I mean, it's not just about it's literally not just about having fun in a game. It's about having a community that you enjoy playing with.
yeah.
An MMO is
Hmm.
a massive multiplayer
Yeah,
online game, and
exactly.
if that massive multiplayer part is not the biggest part of the game, then
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah,
You
what are
know?
you doing? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. And that's one of the things again that you touched on at the start. It's like I don't mind a game that costs money to play, as long as there's always the chance to make some of it back, and I get so much enjoyment out of the game, and I'm used to paying the subscription, right? I'm used to paying that monthly subscription with
Exactly.
WoW. So to me, it's like I don't mind paying to play a game, and paying Mindark to keep the servers on and all those things. There's a chance that in the end I can cash out and get some of my money back. It's like awesome, cool. Um, but that's not why I play. I play because I actually enjoy playing the game. I enjoy the experience. For the you know as mad as it sounds, I love the grind. I love that actually to do something in this game is a freaking achievement, right? It's like
Yeah.
you look at these players who have been playing for 10, 15 years, and of course they're better than you. Of course they're ahead of you. Of course they've got more skills than you. And it's like, you know, that's to aspire to. I think there's a point where the return becomes, smaller, and because it's all on exponential curves. I don't know whether you've seen any of my earlier videos on the the way that skills work,
Oh,
and they're all on exponential
yeah.
curves, right? It's,
Right.
the way that skill gains work is you get a ped amount, and that ped amount of skill gain, depending on how many you have in that skill, is worth less as you get more and more in the skill, right? And
Right.
but it's
Exactly.
exponential. It's exponential. It's like I can't remember the actual maths. I've got a really old video that has all of that stuff in it because I was doing a lot of work on skills when I was over on Toulon. Um, but you know, it's the gains themselves. Once you get past like 4 or 5 thousand, they really are hard to develop and skill up. So you really want to be getting as many of the side skills as possible at that point. There becomes a point where you switch from anatomy to dexterity when in your codex, for example, because the anatomy gains you're getting are so insignificant that you may as well be
Right.
switching into something else.
It's
So
something that you would be making a lot more from. Exactly.
because the skills themselves really don't matter, right? It's the professions that matter. So it's the skill contribution to the professions. So if I'm getting 20% of my anatomy, but I'm only getting 1/5 of the return that I would get if I was using it in dexterity, then at some point it's actually better to put it into dexterity than it is into anatomy, because the actual relative gain per ped, if that makes any sense.
Is a lot more for the skill that you have less of. For sure. It makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I need to. It's one of the things I plan to go back into in 2026, and some of the videos I want to make. I want to go back into that whole skill thing because I remember watching. Was it somebody wrote a post on? I can't remember. It was in the forums on Reddit or something, and they were like, "Oh, this proves it." It was like, oh no, that was on returns. But anyway, there is a whole mathematics side to the skill gains that I think I want to go into again and just try and see if I can explain it a little bit easier, because yeah, it's very grindy and very mathematics. It's
It's
very
very
spreadsheety.
confusing. Yeah.
It's very
Yeah. For sure.
spreadsheety.
And confusing. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, with all the
For
different
sure.
contributions to different professions from different skills, and yeah, totally. Okay,
So maybe let's talk a little bit about speculation.
okay. So what do
So
you want to talk about there then?
so do you think that Unreal Engine 5 will ever be coming out?
Do I think Unreal Engine 5 will ever come out? I actually do think it will come out. I have no idea when, but I think they have to keep moving with the times, and they've kind of committed to it. So I do think it will come out. My concern is I don't think it will actually change anything. it'll change the look and feel of the game, but unless they change some of the core fundamental elements of the game itself, and I'm not talking
Right.
about making
Like
it
craft.
free to play or stuff like that, but actually
No, no.
creating a proper crafting system that works
Yeah.
and,
That's like
has,
the biggest thing, right?
yeah. So like let's do something with all this animal eye oil to make it a bit more valuable to the crafting community. It's like let's create some more, you know, let's create some more consumable items that use some of this stuff that improve your efficiency on a short term. Pills, for example. Why don't you just make some pills craftable using animal oils and a lot of animal oils? Let's make them expensive if you need to,
Yeah,
right? And
for sure.
but you make them worth it, and you make them so that the Ubers are going to want them, and then you create. There's a whole. So I do think Unreal will come out, but I don't think it will actually. There'll be a rush of new players coming into the game, but unless they do something with the early game
Overall, for sure.
overall kind of market economy, then you're not going to keep those players. Because if you're only giving 95% back and all of the low end items that are available are only going to be TT, then you are just going to get those new players burn out of PED and they are not going to stick. Because it's incredibly grindy. You've got to give them something to stay for. You've got to give them more of that crafting community, more of something, in my opinion.
I
That's
totally agree. I
that's my
I
thought. I mean, how about you? Do you think it's coming?
I agree about what you said. Just from like what I've heard from the community, the
Hmm.
people that have been around for a while, even people that have only been around for a couple years, like you,
Hmm.
the overall kind of opinion that I've kind of gathered is maybe
Hmm.
um there's so many different there's so many different opinions to each side of it, right?
Hmm.
So like yes, because um right, it is kind of outdated. And they do need a new you know a new what's the word? What is Unreal Engine 5? A new
Yeah, game engine,
uh
I guess.
process. Yeah, game end.
Hmm.
Right, right. A new processor or whatever, right? But at the same time, like, when did they first announce that they were working on Unreal Engine 5 or whatever? How long ago was that? Was that
Yeah.
before you even started playing?
Oh, Christ, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, like, the amount of time that they've taken with no updates in how long? Like, years now? Like, or
Yeah.
at least 6 months, there hasn't been a single update, like, whatsoever. Like, when are they going to be done? By the time they're done, isn't Unreal Engine 6 going to be out? And at
Yeah,
that point, won't Unreal Engine 5 be outdated? Like,
but
hello?
you would hope that it would be upwardly upgradable a lot easier. So the thing is, I mean, this is an incredibly complicated game with a whole bunch of what just happened. Incredibly complicated game with a whole bunch of systems, a whole bunch of planets, a whole bunch of interrelated things that actually transferring all of that information. I mean, if you were creating a brand new game from scratch in Unreal, it would probably be easier than converting something. So it's going to take them a ton of time to figure this out, but at least they're doing it hopefully in a system that will allow them to switch from 5 to 6 without they'll gain the benefits without losing the core gameplay mechanics, right? That's what I'm hoping that this is all
Well,
about.
I don't think switching the engine is gonna really switch the gameplay mechanics much. And that goes back to your point of like them just upgrading to Unreal Engine 5 isn't really going to change anything. It
Yeah,
might bring an influx of new players, but they're just going to end up leaving, right?
yeah,
They
yeah.
have to change the whole system, right?
They have
It's
to
not
change.
only
Yes.
about it's not only about upgrading to Unreal Engine 5 or Unreal Engine 6 when it does eventually come out, right? It's about the whole systematic um, problem
Yeah.
of just things being out of date, kind of.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, as I said, there's a lot of work to do on the game, but I mean, the one thing that so I've only been in the game for like 2.5 years, as I said. I mean, it's getting on for nearly three. I started in April, so April will be my third anniversary, and the actual amount of new content that they've added to the game in that time has been surprisingly big, actually. I thought when I joined it was
Like a good
basically a
amount, right?
static game, right?
Hmm.
Um, but
Yeah,
they've
yeah, yeah.
done quite a lot, and they seem to be focusing a lot at the moment on that early game experience. And I think really it just comes down to try and extend. It's like, okay, now you've worked on that early game experience. We need to work on that, next few steps. It's like, okay,
Keeping them,
what are the next few
keeping those
steps?
new
Yeah,
players.
exactly.
Exactly, exactly. So, like, one big problem that I kind of noticed that, like, they just did that big update with, putting the city on Calypso. What's it called?
Port Atlantis.
Yeah, putting Port Atlantis on the island and revamping Camp Icarus and all of that, so that when you do come off the newbie planet Satesh and you do get to Calypso, you're arriving at this, you know, fortified kind of compound. It looks like now, as
Yeah.
where before it was, just like what's going on here, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
but
Um,
then they've missed the trick because what they haven't done is they haven't given us an 18 Panelean style quest that allows us to then
exactly,
get there and start doing some very simple quests that effectively pay for themselves.
exactly.
I don't even need it to make us
That
any money,
is
but at least let us break even doing some daily activities
That's
which
the
get you
biggest thing.
invested.
Yes. Because as I said, like I brought one of my in real life friends to this
Mm,
game. And as I said, he's completely free to play other than buying the Frontier pack, right?
yeah.
So when he got off of Satesh, he was just like, what do I do
What
now?
do I do
Like,
now?
there's
Yeah.
no direction. There's no direction. There's no. Not only that, I mean, obviously, it's all about community, right? You talk to someone, you get a mentor as soon as you can when you start,
Yeah.
and they kind of guide you, right?
Yeah.
But there should be more of a streamlined kind of way of starting out in the game, showing you the ropes.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't fully be up to a mentor. Like, there should be systems in place that you know that guide newer players to not just lose all of their ped that they just got on Satesh
Yeah.
in a week and then
Exactly.
never play again. Like,
Exactly.
there needs to be quests in place. Maybe that means a big quest line that
Yeah.
takes a couple weeks to complete, along with some dailies added onto that are, maybe not going to gain you like 100 ped, but they're
Yeah.
not going to lose you 5 ped either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
something
Totally.
that is pretty efficient that you can do every day and not risk losing everything that you just grinded for on Satesh starting out.
Yeah.
So they need that whole thing reconstructed. Yes, I do like the update with Camp Icarus. It's fine. It's not that it didn't change gameplay at all.
No.
So they need to stop focusing on the cosmetics
Yeah.
and like the looks of things if they're not focusing on Unreal Engine 5, and they need to start focusing on the gameplay itself and retaining these new
Retaining the new
players that they're
players.
bringing in.
Yeah, because they're bringing them
Yeah.
in. I mean, if you actually, I am it never ceases to amaze me how many new players actually try this game. It's incredible. they just don't retain them. And that to me is the biggest thing. It's like, just try and figure out how to. They just seem to not care about retention. It's like, come on, guys, that's actually where the money is.
Yeah, and then they make it seem like they care about like bringing new players in, but what does that matter if they're not staying, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like they make this whole new planet for new players to start so that they have a better idea of what the game is about and how to do things. But as soon as you leave that planet, like I don't know, how long does a normal player usually stay on Satesh for before they go to Calypso and
I
finish
mean,
the quest line there?
yeah, I would probably say 48 hours. I mean, I did the entire thing in two
Yeah, a couple
hours.
days, right?
I did the entire
Yeah,
thing
I
in two
mean,
days, but I know what I'm doing, right?
exactly. So if you're rushing it, you could maybe get out of there in a full day to
Yeah,
2 days.
yeah,
But like you don't want to rush it. You want to take your time, kind of learn the fundamentals of the game, even though combat is very simple,
yeah.
obviously. Um, but just it's not just about the combat; it's about everything else, right?
Yeah,
And
it's about the thought. So actually, the one thing that I think they should do on Setesh is they should have the first, because they give you a set of armor, they give you a set of plates. Why not give you that very first kind of updated piece of plate, right? You go out, you collect X many of a certain uh, material, X many of a certain material, maybe a bunch of 4 or 5 different materials, then you trade that in with the plate and you get a slightly upgraded piece of plate, which gives you +2 to each one instead of whatever it is, +1 to a couple of things. It's like, because that gets you used to those types of mechanics of the game, of which there are plenty, right? Which is what
which are
we're both
huge.
focusing on
Yeah,
this year, right? I mean, both of us. I
exactly.
think one of the goal for both of us is working on that the Imperial armor. I mean, that's why I'm on Cyrene. As I said, if I could take my time back, I would have worked on that armor 2 years ago instead of the plates. I don't even know what I was thinking. Um, I think I actually do know. At the time, I read that the Imperium plates quest was broken. One of the sites was saying that that quest was broken, and so I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of time
But
on something that was
you
broken.
don't need the Imperium armor plates to get the armor
No,
pieces.
the armor pieces. I'd read that the armor quest was broken. There was a website that said,
Ah,
but to be honest with you, looking back at it, probably the website that was saying that that quest was broken was probably 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 years old, right?
outdated. Yeah, for
And there
sure.
was no content out there telling me otherwise. So,
Yeah.
so I went to Next Island and just worked on some plates there because I could actually kill some of the mobs there as well. But I could have done it here. It's a real shame. I wish I'd spent the time at the time here, but I didn't. So that's my thing for this year is I'm going to spend probably the majority of the time here, working on
This is
that
the
armor.
place to be. This is literally the place to be. And when they finally come out with apartments on Cyrene, it is
Hmm.
gonna be insane, right? Like
Yep.
when they do finally come out with the apartments, I'm gonna make sure that I get one because there's such few shops on Cyrene,
Yes.
and I heard this whole thing about how um, the people that own the shops don't even use them, and
Yeah.
people think that the Cyrene devs should just take the shops back because it's hindering the play of the other players by not having those shops active. Like, why do you own the shop if you're not even gonna fucking use? Sorry, if you're not even gonna use it, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, again, you've got to find somebody to buy it, right? It's a player-driven economy. So if
Yeah, but
you,
like since there's such small amount of shops, like they're charging astronomical amounts that nobody's willing to pay, you
yep,
know?
Yep.
So if you're not even here using it and you're not reasonable with like selling it, like, then I mean, there's arguments to both sides of the coin,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
Like,
it is what it is. You're not going to change that because, a value of and this is always one of the things. It's like a value of an item is what both people think it is, right? And if you can come
right.
to
It's,
if you can,
that's with anything in real life too, right? Like the value
yeah,
of something is only what someone else is willing to pay for it. It
yep,
doesn't matter
exactly,
what you think the value is. If you can't sell it for that price, it's not worth that, right?
yeah.
It's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting because they used to not have the market value attached to items in the good old days. Um, I mean,
Wait,
before
when you started playing?
no, no, no,
Oh, okay.
way before that. But I actually, the very first time I tried this game was probably back very early on in its development. And
Ah, so you knew about it
I knew
for a
about it,
long
yeah.
time.
I knew about it. I'd known about it since probably about 2000. And when did it come out? It was early 2000s, right?
2001, I
Yeah.
think.
So
2001.
I think I even tried it before I moved to WoW. And at the time
Yeah.
it really all you had was sweating at the time, and I just didn't get it,
Yeah.
and I just was like, yeah, there's grind, but then there's too many other things that I'm interested in doing. um I as I said, I was playing Ultima Online quite hardcore. I moved to Anarchy Online. Then I moved to WoW, and they were all a lot prettier than this and more dynamic than this, right? Um, and
And a
that was the good old
bigger
days,
player base
and a
too.
bigger player base. Yeah,
And a bigger player.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So yeah, I didn't stick at the time, but from what I heard in the earlier days, there was no market value to things, so it really truly was whatever you could get for something.
Right.
So there was no
And
tracking of the
and you
auction
didn't
house
even
prices and
know
things.
exactly. And you didn't even know what things were selling for either. So,
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. 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 I don't know when that came in. I mean,
well,
and I could be wrong, but I think that was the case. So
no,
yeah.
it sounds about right. From the conversations I've had with people in the early days, they used to have like it's like a whole nother game than what it when it was when it first came out, you know?
Yeah. 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 Anyway, I guess we've been chatting for an hour. It's been absolutely fantastic talking to you. I guess it's New Year's Eve and you want to go out and party. I'm an old bloke,
Yeah.
so I'm just going to sit here gaming. As per my channel, I'm pretty on brand.
Well, it's getting pretty close to New Year's for you. It's still over 4 hours away from me, but you're getting close to 2 hours. So,
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'll be.
are you gonna celebrate with your wife?
No, she'll be going to bed, and the little one will
Oh,
be in bed.
okay.
Everybody will be in bed. I'll be sat here shooting tree dragons or Panaleons or whatever it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
keeping the dogs
it was
company.
it was great talking to you. I'm really
Yeah,
glad the way that we kind of ran into each other the other
yeah,
day when we met. It's funny because we met at a ranger,
yeah,
and I don't know how we started talking or whatever. I think I asked you something, and
yeah,
then I was like, "Hey, by the way, I make YouTube videos for Cyrene."
yeah.
And blah blah blah. And then you told me who you were, and I was like, "What? That's awesome!" I was like, "Dude, like I've watched so many of your videos. You're the reason, like that I even
Uh,
started really making Entropia videos. And I've gotten a lot of useful information from your channel. So I appreciate everything that you've kind of done for the community.
no,
And
I enjoy
yeah,
doing it. I'd like to do more of these kinds of videos, talking to people and getting opinions on things. I think it's important that we share our thoughts and we share
Yeah,
ideas, and maybe some of the brainstorming that comes out of this can be used by somebody at some point. Who knows? But
for sure.
yeah,
No, actually,
we should do another video as well and put it up on your channel and see. So yeah, I will put a link to your channel again down below. You know, very early days, but already getting some really good content in there. Especially if you are spending time on Cyrene. Some really good walkthroughs of the different things you can do on the planet. Your video on all of the dailies, it introduced me to a couple of dailies I hadn't even realized were there. So it definitely worth watching. Some really good ideas. And I think we were talking the other day, and you know, you were saying it's like every conversation you have in this game, there's usually something that you go, I did not know that. Wow, you know,
yeah,
and
it's
that's
all
one of the
about
things that I
knowledge, right?
totally love about this game. It's just like you are constantly learning new things and like, oh, okay,
Every day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really enjoy it too because this game is also so complex, right? There's
yeah,
so many different things that add to it, right? And if you don't like doing one thing, go and do something else, you know?
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, we've
it's been a
both been
good
sat.
talk.
We've been sat here both grinding these low level creatures for this ultimate noob challenge.
What are you at? How many out of
uh,
15,000?
I'm at 2,274 of the 15 bloody thousand.
I'm at 2,747 out of the 15,000. Let's see
Okay,
who can finish it first.
okay, there you go. The gauntlet is laid down. The gauntlet is laid down.
No. The winner gets 2 pen.
The winner gets two peg. Yeah, actually, what I was thinking we should probably do is we should probably pool our resources and go together into the drillbot instance together every day, because that instance, you know, the items spawn for both people, right? So you can actually go in together as a
Wait,
team.
what do you mean?
You know,
What do you mean the
the
items?
one for the rucksack. So the oars.
Oh, like going around and pressing the boxes is what you mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, 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 that's
if
cool.
we did that if we
We
did
can
that
go and
together,
do
it'd
that.
probably be easier for crowd control. You'd take less damage and you'd get through it quicker. So this is probably something
Oh yeah, yeah. I
we
mean,
should do together, maybe on a daily basis.
yeah, we can definitely do that. I mean, with my armor and everything, I can pretty much run through it. I know where all 10 of them are, off the back of my hand, you know,
Hmm.
so we can run through it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want, after we're done the video, we can go and run it real quick because I actually haven't done it today.
Yeah, sure. Let's go do it. If you got time before you go, maybe just actually record us doing it and put another vid up, just showing how quickly you can run through it with two people. Maybe I,
Yeah,
yeah. Or you
yeah,
can
for
record
sure.
it
I
if you're
actually,
set up
I
to
have
do it.
I have a video on one of my channels running through it actually already. Not
Okay.
all 10 though. I
Hmm.
got like 6 of them because at that point it was pretty difficult.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah,
this is it. I mean,
let's go.
it's doable, but it's just I'm sure it'd be a ton quicker if we did it together and you just rip through them. Okay, let's go do it now.
Yeah, let's
Anyway,
do.
we'll stop this video for now. Maybe I'll crank up another one just because we're already running at an hour. Um, look at that, you took off. You didn't even let me get in.
Hey, I'm here.
I'm messing. All right, guys. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And please, again, take a trip over to your girl's channel. I will put the link down below, but it is Entropia Universe Gaming. And please show him some love, subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you in another video soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.